Hello, YouTube fans. This is the CHUCKY. Let's see. Okay. All right. I literally said hello, YouTube fans. This is the CHUCKY at 1 second. Yeah, but that's not going to work. So, hello, YouTube fans. This is the CHUCKY. You have to wait like 7 seconds for you to introduce yourself. I don't know why Facebook's like that. YouTube. I don't know why YouTube's like that. I think Facebook is like that too. I could be gone. Most likely, I'm wrong about that. But I do it anyways, just in case. So, what I want to talk about, I want to talk about some horror stuff. To be quite honest with you, I love horror. I always love horror movies and everything like that. And I know some one of my subscribers want me to watch channel 0, I believe. Hold on, let me look that up real quick before I get that title wrong. I will watch it. I will watch it. I'm just waiting for the new Chucky episode to come out and everything like that. I'm also waiting for. Hold on. I do want to talk about. I am in college. I'm not full schedule in college, mainly because I'm in the transition to college, but I am still giving homework now. I'm just like. So that's why sometimes I might not comment or might not do some videos because I might have to do some schoolwork and all that stuff. And sometimes I want to be tired to even do a video to begin with, you know? So let's see. Okay, it is channel 0. I was just trying to make sure that I got it right. Yep, it is. 4 seasons too. Not bad, to be honest. In my opinion, if a show ends at the 5th or 4th season, I'm not going to complain about it. Gotham ended at the 5th season, I believe. And I was just like, okay, cool. I wish it went to like 10 or 7, but 5? That's more than I could fucking thought of. Because there was always rumors for Gotham to be canceled even after season 2. And I'm just like, please stop that. Please. No. And obviously that didn't happen because there was a huge fan base for it. And anyone that didn't like Gotham, I'm sorry, I'm going to say this right now. Why do you not like Gotham? I love when people look at a non-canon story and they automatically shit on it. But it's funny because if it was canon, you still shit on it. So what do you want? Oh, I want young Batman jumping off rooftops and shit. And I'm like, how's he going to learn that? He has to push himself to do that eventually. So might as well him do it when he's a little kid. Why do you think Selena told him in that show, you're crazy? Okay? Because Selena was doing it when she was a kid. You think Selena just automatically just does that when she's an adult? You need to train yourself for that. And you know Selena's been doing it since she was a kid. What, you didn't get that vibe off of her when you watched the animated series or any version of Catwoman? If you don't get that vibe from her, then something's wrong with you. You're not a fan at that point. I'm sorry, you're not a fan. How can you not get that vibe from Selena? Kyle? How can you not get that vibe? Do you know who her father is? I'll say that right now. Do you know who her father is? I'm not going to spoil it, but do you know who her father is? Because if you don't, then I'm saying that right now, you're not a fan. You're not a fan. And the fact that, in my opinion, Gotham didn't really put them together, even in one scene, kind of like, fuck, man. That kind of hurts me sometimes because I always wanted Selena Kyle to meet her real family. Not her family that, I mean, we did see her mom in the show, which was nice. It was nice to see Selena Kyle's mom, even though she was just not a good person. And you realize why Selena Kyle is out there in the streets, because her mom just does not care for her. Oh, she cares. Does she really, though? If her mom really cared, she wouldn't be doing the bullshit that she did in what you see in the Gotham show. You know, that's just me, man. That's just me as a person that loves that character and respects that character a lot, to be quite honest with you. Forgotten out, have you watched the Injustice movie? When there's a little bit spoiler here, so if you don't want to spoil it, if you don't want to get spoiled, wait until it hits like 5:30, the timer. So that right there, okay, what happens in that show is that Robin, he dies. Nightwing, he dies in that show, movie. and Batman is pissed off at his son, Damien. And when he's training in the Batcave, he's literally pop, 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 like he's pissed. He's punching the fucking, he's punching a bag, punching bag. He's punching that shit like crazy. And then Selena Kyle comes in and she comforts him. She's like, calm down, I got you and everything like that. Just let go. And he starts crying. Perfect. So look at that. I talked about that all the way up to 5:30. So I'm good. I'm pretty good. I looked at the timer. I'm like, I got to say this quick. And I did perfectly. So if you didn't know what I had to say, that's fine. So I did it perfectly, though, on a timing thing. So, yeah, I love that. So, anyways, horror movies have been around literally since the beginning of filming, to be quite honest with you. We had horror movies that talked about the devil. We had horror movies that talked about witchcraft and voodoo. We had horror movies up the ass back then like that. Hell yeah. Some of them, sadly, are lost to time. Sadly. Not all of them, but some of them are. And it's kind of sad that they are because there's so many horror stuff that we could look back at and be like, yo, we need shit like this now. That's why I kind of point out with the whole Total Killer movie, because I love when movies can be silent or just convey with the characters what they're doing and what's happening, and there's no dialogue. I don't mind that. That's why I loved the movie a lot, because I was just like, not Total Killer, I'm sorry. What was it? No One Will Save You. Sorry. I got Total Killer, No One Will Save You wrong. No One Will Save You is like that. And I'm just like, thank you. Thank you for doing that. Because there's a lot of horror movies that refuse to do that for some fucking reason. It's not a pet peeve. It's just stupid, in my opinion. Because all these horror movies are the same. Some of them are all the same. I recently just saw the Chucky documentary, which is called Living with Chucky. I saw that documentary yesterday. It's not bad. It's pretty good. I say it's watchable. But one of the actors that had that mustache that got burned in acid in Seed of Chucky, he mentions horror's not the same. And I'm like, thank you. Someone in Hollywood knows this. What the fuck? Seriously, man. Horror's not the same. It hasn't been the same. That's why when I look at the Chucky series, I'm like, thank you. It's something fresh, something new, something that you expand the universe with. At least you did that. Thank you. Okay. I'm gonna look, do I want modern horror to have a new horror icon? We can skyrocket to the moon with new horror icons. Fuck yeah. But guess what? Hollywood refused to do that. They refused it. They were like, hey, we have Chucky, we have Frankenstein, we have Jason Voorhees, we have the Wolfman. Might as well use them. And they made money before, so why not? I know some people might. I always talked about this too, and I don't want you guys to feel tired about me talking about this, but I do need to mention it. I don't care about the Conjuring shit. I don't even care about the new modern Saw shit. Once you killed Jigsaw, why should I fucking care about the series? I ended it in part 3. Why'd you kill them off? Oh, but there's prequels and all that. I don't care. You killed them off. If he survived, if you made him survive all the way up to 10, or him still going, then I probably would have stopped watching the Saw franchise. And everyone that watched the Saw franchise still loves it. And I'm glad you guys love it. Love it. But me, I can't love it when you kill the main character off, the main villain. It's like killing Chucky off and literally saying, okay, let's continue with the series. I'm like, are you stupid? What's wrong with you? You don't kill Jason Voorhees off or Freddy Krueger off and then still continue on with the series. The fuck's wrong with you? That's how I felt. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. You can disagree with all you want. That's fine. I'm not trying to change nobody's mind here. I just want you to see my perspective of how I felt about this stuff. Because I love horror. I love horror ever since I was a little kid. I love horror more than action movies and romance shit, to be quite honest with you. If they had that stuff inside of it, I'm not saying that's not bad. That's cool. to be honest, a horror movie that does action like you see in freaking Die Hard or some shit like that, and romance that you see in what? I don't know. What's a good romance movie that I like to that Grease, I guess, but not a musical. You know, I was thinking literally doing a review of Grease when I told my little sister that. And my little sister was like, yes. I still haven't done it yet. I still haven't done a review of Grease. Oh, Grease 2 for that matter. I still love both of these movies, obviously, Grease 1 and 2. But I do feel like Grease 1 is better than Grease 2, but Grease 2 is not bad. It isn't. It's not a bad movie. Even when I was a kid, I thought it wasn't a bad movie. You know, I do like that it is reversed, that it's about the guy now trying to get with the woman instead of the woman getting with the guy. I do like that. That's why I kind of like number 2, because it kind of speaks to me. When I was younger and everything like that. And technically, Grease 2 is a superhero movie. It really is. It's a superhero movie. Believe it or not. It is a superhero movie, to be quite honest with you. It doesn't have superpowers or anything like that, but it doesn't have to become a superhero movie, guys. You know, some people always forget about that. Batman doesn't have powers, and that's a superhero movie. You know, he just has money. That's his power. For crying out loud. They told him that in the new DC universe. Remember? It's like, hey, what's your superpower? When the Flash tells him, what's your superpower? And Bruce is just like, I'm rich. I'm like, thank you. That shit made me laugh so much. I'm just like, I just shit like that. I can't be mad. I have to applaud. To me, it's like, you know those rumors when people saw Bugs Bunny and he started eating that carrot. He's like, "What's up, Doc?" And everyone went crazy and started applauding. That's how I felt. And people got up and started applauding. I would have done the same shit. I would have been like, "Oh hell yeah!" Because at the time there was an actor. I forgot his name, but there was a movie or a show about an actor that was eating a carrot, and when he ate it, he kind of almost sounded like Bugs Bunny a bit, you know. So that was a cool inspiration about it. That's really cool. And by the way, when Bugs Bunny did eat a carrot inside the studio, he wasn't eating. They weren't eating the carrot. It was actually a celery, believe it or not. Mainly because the guy that voiced all the Looney Tunes characters, not all of them, but he gets credit with mostly all of them, which is sad because some of the ones that are censored 11 with blackface and everything, the menstrual ones, he still gets credit as a voice actor, even though they literally hired black people to do those shorts. It's just they never got credited. Believe it or not. Yes, there are some white people that voice black characters and everything like that. Me, in my opinion, if you do it respectfully and do it right, then I don't care. I mean, for crying out loud, look at the Cleveland show. Look at the guy that voiced Cleveland. I didn't hate it. I was just like, oh shit. I literally thought he was voiced by a black actor, and he wasn't. He was voiced by a white actor. Didn't hate it. You know, I didn't find it offensive or anything like that. It's just if you make it into a joke or something like that, then I'm going to be like, okay, there's a problem. You're not respecting it. You're not respecting it to the point that it's like, you know, people will look at it in a different light, you know? That is just me. I know people are different here. But let's go back to horror. Sorry about that. What's my favorite stuff with horror? I haven't watched a lot of the Simpsons horror stuff, but I say this right now. The stuff that I did watch with the Simpsons horror stuff is just great. The Treehouse of Horror, I had the video game of it. I never could have beat it. I think I still have it. I think I do. It's not here in this house, but I think I still have it. I think I do. I can't remember if I do or not. But the Treehouse of Horror is really cool. And they're still doing it to this day, which I'm so happy you guys are doing that still. Hell yeah. Seriously. It might not be good when, you know, the first Treehouse of Horrors came out, but still, at least they're having a good time with it, you know. And even though you're under the umbrella of Disney, whatever. Let's talk about Goosebumps, because I forgot that was Disney owns that. Well, made a show about it, you know. The Goosebumps show, I am going to give it a second chance, but from what I saw, it's just a normal horror show that little kids can watch and a few teenagers can watch. But if the original people that watch the show, the original show, go back and watch this, they're not going to like it. They're not going to like it. Because when I was watching it, I'm just like, you paid homage to classic, Goosebumps episodes, which is great. That's fine. I don't care about that. Do that and maybe expand upon it or go differently about it. I don't care about that. What I care is that it's not scary. It's not scary. It has creepy imagery, but it's not scary. It's not. Let me give you a good example. In Chucky, oh my God, no, that's a spoiler for season 3. Never mind. I won't say that. That's a spoiler for season 3. But I'll say this. There's a part in season 3 in Chucky when he's strangling somebody and he looks really intimidating. You sitting there watching him strangling that person, and I'm looking at it like, holy shit, this is actually pretty scary, to be quite honest with you. See, if it was Chucky with the scars, I'd just be like, yeah, badass. But since it's Chucky with that cute little doll face, I'm all like, yeah, that's fucking terrifying. That is fucking scary. That's scary. And all he's doing is literally strangling the person. That's all he's doing, By the way, again, I say it is part of season 3, so it doesn't happen in season 1 or 2. So I want you to think about that right now. If you watch season 3, you know what I'm talking about. The scene. They killed my girl, man. Can't believe they did that. I was rooting for her, to be quite honest. But you know how they introduce new characters in horror, and you're all like, damn, someone needs to die? Because you have too much characters at that point. Too much characters and too much story, so you need to cut one of them off. It happens. Why do you think they killed Tony Stark off? It was a good setup when they would go to kill Tony Stark off, and they made him into a freaking powerhouse hero and everything like that. It's almost like Jake, not Jake. It is almost like Jake's cousin when in season 1 when he basically tried to protect when he tried to protect his girl and everything like that. And I was just like, okay, he went out as a hero, basically. He could have just killed his ex-girlfriend, but he didn't. He looked at Chucky. He was like, stay away from her. And he got stabbed in the process. When I saw that, I'm like, yeah, man, he said that for himself. And then he looks at himself, and Chucky stabbed him right here, and I'm all like, fuck. Because over here, I'm all like, he's not in season 2, so oh God, I hope that doesn't happen to him. Maybe he's just somewhere on the sidelines or something like that, and no one's not paying attention to him. Nope, that doesn't happen to him. I feel sorry for Jake and Lexi, to be quite honest with you, because they both lost somebody that they actually did care about. It's not like, yeah, Jake and his cousin butted heads, but it's not like Jake wanted him dead or anything like that. Kind of like he was trying to stop what Chucky was doing, so he wouldn't kill his other family members, so he won't be an orphan, So I remember, that line in season 3. I just thinking of those kids being an orphan again. Just, I was just like, damn, man, damn, holy shit. Chucky gets turned on of just making these kids into orphans every fucking season. Holy shit, man, he does not care, and it's perfect. It is. It's perfect. It's really perfect. So what else do I need to think of when it comes to horror? I just want horror to do better, man. I really do. I want horror to do better. And some people might say they are. I haven't seen the new Exorcist movie. My friend's brother and sister have, and they fucking hated it. I'm saying that right now. I haven't watched it yet, so I can't say if it's good or bad, but they hated it. They just hated it. Really, they just hated it, which is funny because, damn. I wonder what's going to happen to the Exorcist series after this. Are they going to reboot it again? At that point, you should have just not let the series die. Just do what fans are asking for. Listen to the fans. Listen to what they have to say. And if you can't figure out how to come that or do what the fans want, then guess what? Leave it dormant for like 1,000 years. I wouldn't care. To be quite honest, it's better to do that than just continue on making mediocre movies and products, in my opinion. That's just me. Disney. Again, with the Goosebumps stuff, It could be so much better, but it's not. It's not. I know some people might say, oh, the series hasn't finished yet. Wait until it's finished and maybe you can see it. Of course, I understand that. That's why I said that I will go back and watch it again. You know? Because the first episodes I've seen just really didn't do it for me. Not to say I didn't like the characters. I think the characters did fine. I think the actors did just fine. It's just the script. The script is just like, what the fuck am I looking? What the fuck am I hearing? You know? Like, you got good references and homage to the TV show, but overall, like, I'm just like, are you scared to do something new or branch out to do something fucking scary as shit? At least in the new Chucky series, Chucky's actually killing kids. What's this about? What's this new Goosebumps about? I don't get the people that's doing this behind it, man. Seriously. I don't get it. I literally do not get it. But if we're going to get new modern horror, you know what we should get? Cosmic horror. Cosmic horror should be the modern horror. Because cosmic horror is fucking amazing. Have you seen cosmic horror? Have you? Look it up on YouTube. I guarantee you start loving that shit more than the horror shit that they're pushing out now. And you're probably looking at that and you're like, can we get this as movies? Because you have all of this and you're doing nothing with it as movies. And you refuse to do it for some fucking reason. Oh, we need the budget and all that. You mean to tell me it's expensive to literally have a green screen behind you, make it into space, and have Cthulhu coming after you? You mean that's expensive? That's expensive. Something that a YouTuber can do. That's expensive? Nah, man. Nah. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's 100% bullshit. Now, if you're using Cthulhu or any type of his family members or cosmic horror into like CGI, then you are wasting a lot of money. But if you use animatronics, puppets, I guarantee you it's not going to be that expensive. All right? Look at the Chucky, going back to the Chucky documentary. They literally talk about special effects is all the way. They don't want Chucky to be CGI, and they know it. They don't want to make Chucky CGI to begin with anyways. All right? I know some people might argue with some of the CGI stuff with Chucky, but I'm over here like they're still using practical stuff. Just saying. All right? When you know the doll is there, it's really there. Okay? Seriously, I can actually touch Chucky. You know, instead of being like, I know that's CGI. You know? That's just me, man. That is just me. That's always just been me. Hey, if you disagree, that's fine. That's totally fine. I just want horror to be good again. Really, I do. I just want horror to go through a new renaissance. We're getting a new renaissance with video games and movies and shows, but not with horror. Horror is kind of lacking right now. And I'm just like, guys, everything is adapting, but horror is refusing to adapt. It's refusing to. And I'm not looking at the Chucky show to be like, oh, you're adapting, cool. No, I'm not saying that. It's just a franchise that's been going on that's still keeping going, and that's fine. It's just that there should be other things that are adapted around the horror stuff to make it better and more unique and everything like that. And I know some people will be like, oh, but watch this movie, Us, or anything like that. And I'm over here like, yeah, that's fine, but it's not. I might watch it and shit, but at the same time, doesn't speak to me. It doesn't speak to me. You know, the only movie that did speak to me was, what was it? Nope. But even that wasn't really horror. It was more sci-fi than horror. It had horror elements, but it was more sci-fi, in my opinion. I still love that movie. That movie's good. But it's not modern horror, basically. I don't know, man. Like, I mean, of course I do know, but it's just something that's really not a pet peeve. It's just really weird. Thanks. It's just really weird that horror hasn't been the way it should be, in my opinion. That's just me. I know there's some horror stuff out there, most likely, that are all doing good that doesn't really get attention of, which is sad. Because if it was getting attention, we'd be talking about it right now. And we'd be being like, yo, this is some new horror stuff that some people should see. Look, the reason I mentioned No One Can Save You and Total Killer is because they're fun horror movies. They're, well, what is it? No One Will Save You is sci-fi horror, in my opinion. But it's always Total Killer, actually. But still, they're fun movies, in my opinion. That's just me. I had fun with these movies. I did. But are they going to shake anything up in horror? Fuck no. Are they going to change anything in horror? Fuck no. And I think that's why some people get kind of disappointed with these movies, in my opinion. Because I know some people might be like, oh, yeah, it's just a horror, but I'd watch this or that. And I'm like, but why do you feel that way? Do you feel that way mainly because modern horror is just not the way it is? Or you just feel that way because of these movies? I don't know. People are different. People are different. Me, I just feel that way because modern horror is just not what it was. Basically, it kind of feels like wrestling right now. It's not what it was. You might find some things that are funny and unique, but overall, it's not what it was back in the 90s and ruthless aggression era. Sorry, sneezing here. So that's just me, man. That's just me. Anything else I could talk about with horror stuff, man? Remember when they go to remake The Blob and Rob Zombie was going to make The Blob? What happened to that? To be quite honest, I would actually watch that movie because I know Rob Zombie is not going to make The Blob CGI. That's probably the only director that I can see him not making The Blob CGI. Anybody else? Oh, CGI, because it's the new thing. Now you killed it for me. Now I won't watch it. I'm not saying he won't do it CGI. Maybe he will. I don't know. But in my opinion, he probably wouldn't. And if he does, that's disappointing. That is. But hey, we didn't get the Blob remake anyways by Rob Zombie. And who knows? Maybe it's in development hell still. There's a lot of movies and shows that was going to come out in the 90s and 80s, and now it still hasn't come out, and it's in literally limbo hell. And some studios are still like, should we do that, or should we do something else? Oh, we do something else. We come back to that when we feel like it. Seriously. That's how they are. They're like, we'll come back to that when we feel like it. But it's right there when we feel like it. But it's there. Do it now when the iron's hot. We do it later. That's how WWE is too, and I fucking hate when you do that. When you have a character that's hot and ready to be gold, you're like, we do it when we do it. And then guess what? They're not hot. They're not hot shit anymore. No one doesn't care about them anymore. And then WWE is going to be like, oh, see? No one didn't care about you to begin with. And I'm over here like, fucking idiots. That's why I don't work with WWE. That's why I refuse to work with any wrestling company. If I was a wrestler, I would just do the indie shit. And if not, I'll just do scripts. At least I could make probably a better show than WWE and AEW and Impact Wrestling. Yeah, I said it. All these companies that are on TV, I could literally make a better script than all of you motherfuckers. I am dead serious. I'm dead serious. Even though some of these wrestling companies might do something new and fun, but overall, everyone is not going on top of it. For example, the whole Judgment Day stuff. I enjoy Judgment Day. I enjoy Ronda Rousey. I enjoy Rhea Ripley and Dominic. I do. Some people hated it. Some people despise it. I'm over here like, I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun. If you hate it, that's fine. I'm just looking at stuff that I laugh. If it makes me laugh and smile, then it did a job for me. All right? Seriously. That's how I am. And yes, I have pointed out before, Cult of Chucky did the same thing. Cult of Chucky did the same thing for me, but I still felt empty, basically. So, hey, people feel that way. People do feel that way, you know? So, if you want to know what I'm drinking, I'm sponsored by Bush, the beer. No, I'm not sponsored by them at all, whatsoever. You heard of Rolling Rock? Well, have you ever heard of Bush? No. So, no, I'm not sponsored by them or anything like that. No. It is funny, too, though. When a YouTuber makes a video about their drink or beverage, they literally put tape on it. And I'm over here like, dude, are you stupid? Are you fucking stupid? That's another pet peeve that I had with some of these YouTubers. They are so scared to get a copyright claim or any strike that they're so to the point of then censoring themselves and censoring everything that's around them. And I'm like, stop that. Stop it. Because at that point, I don't take you seriously. I think you're a bitch. You hear that silence? Yeah. Because silence says all. I think you're a bitch. I'm sorry. You could disagree with me all you want. That's fine. But you cannot be like, you cannot censor shit for no reason. This is what do you think YouTube is about? YouTube is not about censoring other people's shit. It's all about speaking your mind and literally not being censored. All right? Why do you think Hollywood hated YouTubers and YouTube for such a long time until celebrities came to YouTube and fucking destroyed it for all of us? All right? It's funny that Will Smith has a fucking YouTube channel, right? But yet, when the girl, remember that girl Friday, that bitch, everyone destroyed her because everyone found out who she was. She was a rich person that took her daddy money, made a music video, and people hated her ever since. But yeah, when it comes to Will Smith or The Rock, oh, yeah! I'm over here like, what the fuck's wrong with you people? You say yes to this bitch. I mean, no to this bitch, but you say yes to these guys? Why? 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 Is it a race thing? Because it shouldn't be. It should be a fucking celebrity shit. Or people that have money. Look, I don't have money at all. But I guarantee you this. If I had all the money in the world and I made a good budget show that looks like something Hollywood made, I guarantee you guys would have hated me. Guarantee you. Because that's not what YouTube is about, man. YouTube has never been about that shit. It's all about that raw grittiness. Seriously, why do you think sometimes I still record things on my phone? And people be like, oh, you could have just grabbed this clip and put it. Nah, why? Why? If you could just record it on my fucking phone. If you can't see it, too fucking bad, in my opinion. That's how authentic I like it. I like that shit. I love that grittiness. I love that I can barely see certain shit on the screen. All right? Because it makes you more of a sentence. It makes you more to be like, okay, I want to see the full footage of what they're showing. Then guess what? You have the knowledge and the motivation to push yourself to watch those clips. Say, isn't it so? At least that's how I went through when I was watching YouTube. The golden YouTube old days. We're not the golden YouTube days anymore. We're in that. Well, I mean, it's coming back, but some people refuse for it to come back. But it's coming back. Seriously. Have you noticed your phone change? Have you noticed that YouTube changed how the algorithm is on YouTube on your phone? It is stupid the way they updated it on your phone. You have to, for example, I know I talk about more horror stuff, but still. You go here, right? You go to your channel, right? And it's like this. And all here, you're like, how do I go to my main page? Okay, I go to my videos, but how am I supposed to, okay, I see my videos and shit, but how am I supposed to put something in my community guideline? I mean, my community page, you know? You have to press this to go to your main shit. And I'm over here like, why you made it that way? 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 It was so fine. It was perfectly fine. And the thing is, too, another thing, too, I wouldn't mind it all that much. I wouldn't mind it all that much. But guess what? We have other shit under here That doesn't need to be needed. For crying out loud. If I go to if I watch a video and try to find the video to be loop and loop again, I need to go to another section for it to loop again. And I'm like, that was never there. All you had to do was press the gear and it will show. Now that's not a thing anymore. Now the gear is all about, oh, do you want the good quality or low quality? Hold on, let's do this right now. Let's go to a video. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to the gear. Okay, so it does have it. Why it didn't show before? See, now YouTube is making me look like I'm a crazy fuck. Let's go to my main channel, not my TheSkullKlown channel, not my Enlightenment channel. It's very weird. Very weird. I don't know why they made it the way they did. And who knows, maybe the people started complaining about it, then they changed it. Okay. Or maybe it's like this. I can watch my own videos and put it in a loop and gear. Oh no, see, it doesn't have that. It doesn't show the loop thing. Yeah, you see? It doesn't show the loop thing at all on this. You literally need to press additional settings, and then there's the loop. You have the loop video, prime control, and watching VR. You had all of that stuff in the gear section. Why you made it into a different section? I don't know. To me, you find it harder for people to find that shit, man. You made it simple. You might say that you made it simple, but it's not simple. Why do people need to jump over hoops to find literally one thing? It makes no sense. The only way you would not jump through those hoops is when you know it's already there already. And I had to jump through hoops until I figured out that it was there. I'm like, are you serious? It's right here. It's literally right here, all the way in the bottom where no one's not gonna fucking see it and ignore it because it doesn't say it right there. It just says other activities, and I'm just like, who cares about other activities? You know. I mean, that's just me as a YouTuber. It's just YouTube fucked it up. If you think it's fine, that's okay. But I think it's bullshit. I think it's stupid. I really think it is. I think it's stupid the way they updated YouTube on the phone. It's stupid as fuck. Really fucking retarded. So anyways, going back to horror. What horror show I could talk about? Jason Voorhees should come back. Seriously. Jason Voorhees should come back. But the thing is, I know some people might say, how many times you could do a movie with Jason Voorhees, him being on Crystal Lake? That's why we had him in Manhattan and in space, and you guys still complain about it. Oh, then we have him face another character. You did that. And some people still to this day still shit on Freddy vs. Jason for no fucking reason. Oh, the characters are this and the characters are that. And are you here? Are you here to watch a Freddy vs. Jason movie to listen to the characters and know about their backstory? Or are you here to watch Freddy and Jason kill each other and kill these teenagers? That's what I care about. I know some people are going to be like, oh, sorry, I care about good horror development characters. Yeah, but guys, when there's a versus movie happening, do you really give a fuck about the other characters? No, it's like watching a Godzilla movie. Yeah, if you care about these characters, it's a bonus. You wasn't expecting that shit. But what do you expect to see? Godzilla doing his shit, kicking another monster's ass, or maybe killing the military. That's all you want to see from a Godzilla movie. Okay? Seriously, why do you think I love Godzilla 1984/1985 when he came back? That's a good Godzilla movie. That was a movie that I realized that the military is actually really important with Godzilla. Because back then as a kid, I hated the military shit. I was just like, what's the point? Let him fight another monster. I hate when he fights the military. But I didn't start appreciating it appreciated it more until I saw Shin Godzilla and also the 1984/85 version. I was just like, you know what? Godzilla versus the military, you know, I don't hate it anymore, actually. You know, it made me feel like, hey, you know, it can actually work. You know, it can actually be really good. And we actually have characters that you actually give a fuck about, you know? So, and the original Godzilla movie is a horror movie. I'm sorry, guys. The rest are monster movies, but the first ever Godzilla movie that came out is a horror movie. It is. And I'm not talking about the American version. I'm talking about the Japanese version. That is a horror movie, 101. Seriously. And a lot of people want to talk about how many. What's the biggest horror icon ever that had the most kills? Godzilla, hands down. Godzilla. Godzilla has most kills than Freddy, Jason, and Chucky, and Michael Myers, and Leatherface. Hands down. Hands down. This motherfucker destroys buildings with people in it. Right there, that's like 1,000 people right there. You know? Even though you don't see it, for crying out loud, when I was watching Godzilla versus Kong, when they're fighting in the city at the end, and then you know, the buildings are getting fucked up here, I'm literally telling my friend, those people are dead. And my friend's looking at me like and shocked, like, yeah, they're dead. For crying out loud, when Godzilla got stabbed in the axe and he grabbed it, he swinged it in. When he swung that axe and he swinged all the way to the freaking building, and it went like that in the building. And I'm like, those people are dead. Hopefully, the next Godzilla movie, the next Kong and Godzilla movie, they do talk about that. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind. You know how in the Avengers they talk about all the stuff that happened in New York City when they were trying to save people and everything like that, and so many destructions was happening, and then the city was getting fucked up and killed some people by accident because they were trying to save the city, you know, and they didn't notice that. And that's why Captain America and Iron Man started butting heads and everything like that. Oh my God, Civil War. Captain America Civil War is so good. It's so good. Not because they introduced Spider-Man. That's a bonus in itself. That's a bonus in itself. That was a nice little icing on the cake. Literally, that was a nice icing on the cake. But that right there, man, that was great. Even by the end of the movie, when Iron Man and Captain America fought, I want to say this right now. When Captain America and Iron Man, every time you saw those posters when you have Captain America beating Iron Man and he's on the floor, then you have Iron Man beating Captain America and he's on the floor and shit like that. I remember showing pictures of that to people when I was younger, and they both started laughing at it. They're like, "Oh, Captain America would kick Iron Man's ass. Oh, Iron Man would kick Captain America's ass." And all he was like, "Can't wait for that movie to come out." And eventually we got it. And guess what? Who won? No one didn't win. No one didn't win. No one didn't win that fight. And I love it. I fucking love that Civil War did that. They did. They did that. By the end of the fight, by the end of the fight, after Tony Stark and freaking Steven Rogers, I hope I'm saying his name right? When these two guys literally killed each other and fought each other, at the end of the day, no one won. No one didn't win, man. No one didn't win. So surely you could say Captain America beat the living shit out of Iron Man. He did. But at the end of the day, no one didn't really win, man. There was a divide after that. It was like, damn, man. Damn. Still badass. Still badass when Captain America's using his laser and Captain America's using his shield to. Oh, so good. So fucking good, man. I wish I was in the movie theater to watch that shit because I would have been like, ah! I would have fanboyed like a motherfucker, man. Seriously, that shit was gold. It was gold, man. And only those two actors can only do it well. I'm not saying that there's no other actor that can play Iron Man or Captain America, no. But those two actors that took those roles, they knew what they were doing, they knew what they had to do, and they make those characters memorable and fresh and amazing, in my opinion. All right? So, seriously, those two actors that played Captain America and Iron Man will always be those guys. Seriously. It's almost like this guy being Black Panther. He will always be Black Panther. So is the actress that played his sister. She will always be the Black Panther right next to him, in my opinion. I know some people want to point out that woke shit, but I'm over here like, like in my previous video, let that shit go. That shit died like last year. Let it go. You racist fuck. Seriously. Seriously. But I don't have to talk deep into that. I already set that in the previous video. So, and technically, I know I'm talking about horror stuff, but anyway, isn't that kind of horror? You having your favorite, having your favorite icons clashing together and no one doesn't win, really, because shit just happens and now they just don't want to see each other or care about each other anymore. It's just like, damn, that is kind of horror-ish. Not horror, but horror to the point that you're like, oh, damn. Oh, no one didn't win here. No one didn't, So that's how I like to see it. There's different types of horror, It's like, oh my God, you know how people say the horror, So it's like that. Anything else? Oh, man. Like I said, I mentioned before, Jason should come back. The remake of Jason that came out in 2009, it was a highlight of Jason stuff, but I didn't hate it. I think it was better than Nightmare on Elm Street remake, in my opinion. It's definitely better than a fucking Blumhouse Halloween movies. Definitely. The fact that we got 3 of those and not 3 of the Halloween ones from 2009 says a lot. That's just me, man. I feel like they could have done more with the 2009 Jason Voorhees, but they didn't. Because people was pissed that they remade it a classic and then they didn't watch it because they were literally whiny bitches. I can understand if the movie wasn't good, but the movie's fine the way it is. So you complaining about it just makes me think that you're a whiny little bitch. I can understand talking about the remake of Halloween and maybe the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, but the remake for Friday the 13th, really? You gonna say that's bad? You gonna say that's bad compared to the Halloween one and the freaking Nightmare on Elm Street one? Yeah. You know what? Go to the corner and think about what the fuck you're fucking talking or thinking. Seriously, the hell's wrong with you? You should be ashamed of yourself. Seriously. I still haven't watched that new Gremlin stuff, the CGI one. I haven't watched it yet. I would love to watch it, to be quite honest with you. Well, I haven't watched it because I've just been watching other things and doing me, But I probably would watch it one day. So, anything else? Anything else? Oh, the Five Nights at Freddy's, man. How come we could have got that movie when Five Nights at Freddy was hot? It's like the same thing with the Slender Man movie. Let's make a Slender Man movie. Why are you going to do it now when he's not hot? Slender Man back then was hot. Now he's not. Why are you making a movie now about it? When they were making a Slender Man movie, you were like, why? So that's just me, man. That's just me. I've always been that way when Hollywood does that. And that's why I point out that they're no different than WWE. They're like, strike when the iron's hot. No, we're doing when we feel like it. Okay, then you're not going to get shit, bitch. And they didn't. They didn't get shit. They didn't get shit for those movies. Guarantee you that Five Nights at Freddy's is probably not going to make as much money as it is. If it does, then okay, cool. But I still feel like it should have came out around the time that it was hot. Because guess what? I would have watched that shit. Now it's coming out now. I'm just like, because there's other parodies and other homages to Five Nights at Freddy's that are already out there. Watch the not the Jack Nicholson one. Watch the Nicolas Cage version. I guarantee you that was probably way better than the Five Nights at Freddy one. And I haven't even seen that one. I've seen reviews about it, and I'm like, that looks good and fun. I will watch that shit if it ever crosses my path. I will watch that shit. And my friend did mention Benny Loves You. Not one of my subscribers, but my friend, he literally mentioned it. And I was just like, oh yeah, one of my subscribers pointed out to me about that. He's like a Chucky, but Elmo type of character. He's like, yeah. And I'm just like, I need to watch that movie. I haven't watched it. And I would like to talk about it too. I know some people. That's the thing. Some people want me to watch certain stuff on when it comes out or when they say it comes out, but there's just certain things I want to watch before I watch those. That's just how I am. Sometimes it doesn't cross my path until it's like years later or months later, mainly because I just didn't pay attention to it. And then when it does crosses my mind, I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, okay, let's watch this. It's like that. So, it happens to all of us anyways, So I bet it's happened to you guys too. So I think that's it. I was looking at a trailer. I was looking up online that the new Chucky episode comes out tomorrow, but when I saw the trailer, it says it comes out today. So which one is it? I guess we find out later on. Most likely it comes out today. But I would love for my mom to watch the other episodes before the new one comes out because that comes out at 9. It's already 7:34. Fuck. But hey, it'll be on Peacock right away. I think it's going to come out the same time the show comes out. So, good thing they're doing that now because I hated waiting for season 2 for Chucky. I'm just like, can we stop doing this shit? Can we stop? And now that things are being in streaming services and everything like that, you're doing it. And I'm just like, thank you. Why you didn't do this when the Chucky TV series started? Maybe Peacock wasn't a thing, basically. I don't think it was, wasn't it? I don't think it was. I could be wrong. Maybe it was. They just didn't put it in the website, until later on. But yeah, that's it. That's pretty much it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I'm sure I could talk about a little bit more horror stuff, but right now I'm gonna spend some time with my mom, drink some stuff, drink a bit, and watch Chucky. So I'll see you guys later. Be safe, and I can't wait for that new episode of Chucky. Oh hell yeah, that Halloween episode. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Oh my god, I almost spoiled something too. Holy shit. Nope, I don't want to do that. So I see you guys later. And once season 3 is done of Chucky, I will literally spoil the fuck out of it. And I get it. They're doing the mid-season finale, mid-season, because the whole actor strike. The writing, I think, right? It's the actor strike, I believe. Because the writer strike is done. And people think that, it's over, but it's not. It isn't. And I know it's not. Because when the writer strike ended, I believe, I was just like, okay, but you still got the actor strike going on, guys. You don't know how long that's going to take, And I do feel like, too, that YouTube knows this, and YouTube is trying to censor some of our shit. Because they don't want us to rise up and take over Hollywood's shit. Basically, this is what Hollywood wants. They don't want consumers going to YouTube to consume stuff. They want the consumers to consume their shit. And I'm just over here like, well, you don't have shit right now. And next month, it's about to be November. And there's a YouTuber out there, I forgot his name right now, but he literally pointed out that if this lasts until November, don't expect anything to happen in the next few months with new shit. It's going to be a wasteland of nothingness in Hollywood. Oh, yes, it is. It is. And it's going to be sad for some people because some people just want this to end. Me, in a spiritual enlightenment way, I know why this is happening. And hey, if you want to hear it, I'll probably comment down below about it. But overall, in a higher knowledge, this is supposed to happen. But if you're not thinking of that, if you're just thinking of like, oh man, this sucks, then of course it sucks. Some of your favorite stuff is not coming out. Or it's not being more added to it. For example, Chucky season 3 is stagnated right now. And if Chucky season 3 never continues on, then it's left on a cliffhanger. So that would be disappointing for some people. It will be disappointing for me too, because it's so good. It really is good. It really is. And that's why I don't want with Loki either. Most likely they filmed everything with Loki before the writer strike and the actor strike happened. So there should be more episodes of Loki coming. And I haven't watched the 3rd episode of Loki. Well, is it the 3rd? Yeah, it is the 3rd episode, right? I think it is. I'm getting Loki and Chucky mixed up. well, season 3 of Chucky, because season 2 of Loki is just so good, so fucking good, guys. Seriously, if you haven't watched Loki, I will recommend this. Watch the MCU stuff, and then watch Loki, and I guarantee you, you will love the shit out of it. You might even love it just not by knowing all the MCU stuff, anyways, because it is its own story. It's in its own little thing, but it also does expand the other stuff that's happening, kind of like WandaVision and Spider-Man. So, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. And oh yeah, the whole WandaVision with Sam Raimi directing it and everything like that, that's a whole movie in itself. And I'm so happy that movie. I love that movie. I need to get that movie on DVD because that movie is so good. So freaking good, in my opinion. You have freaking Doctor Strange as a zombie. He's like possessing him. He's going like this and shit like that. Oh, it's so good. So fucking good. Oh, it's so good. So good. That's just me, man. I like it. But I'll see you guys later. Take care and be safe.